Okay, what is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay, and we are here on some F126. Trying to get everything set up here. All right, we'll leave that picture there for the moment. So let me bring up the speech chat. Bring that over here. All right. Oh shit. I forgot to turn on the damn button box. All right. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's do it like this. Okay, so I guess I'll just go ahead and leave the headset on. Now back to my intro. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay. And today we are checking out the 2026 DLC for F125. According to them, this is not a new game. This is just DLC. We got new cars. A new track was added, Madrid, I believe that's what it's called. And you're racing according to new rules and regulations for Formula One. I think there's been changes to battery deployment, overtake boosts, DRS. So I guess we'll get to that as I go along, but I will start by I guess an apology is in order, but it's not my fault, and that is in regards to Project Motor Racing getting PSVR 2 support. So it turns out that it's not getting PSVR 2 support, but that was not my fault that I reported that, because that came from I think that came from Eris in an interview, and he also said that along with EJ, and I think along in a follow-up interview with Traxian GG, I guess he took it back, said it was a mistake. So it appears that Project Motor Racing is not getting PSVR 2 support, which is really unfortunate, because that's really the only thing that would have brought me back into the PlayStation ecosystem, because I'm pretty much out. I mean, I'll get a little bit deeper into that the next time I stream Project Motor Racing. We're talking about F126. So, what else do we got? Other quick news, you know, Rensport had a hot fix come out. For their endurance pack DLC, whatever the case may be, I think they had 2 hot fixes come out. But anyway, we're here on Formula 126. I am sitting in Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari, and we will give the Cadillacs a try. I did do a few laps earlier this week, and according to these new cars, it turns out that the battery deployment is constant. If you give the car a throttle, it drains the battery. If you lift, it recharges the battery. Once, I think after one lap, once you get within 1 second of the car in front of you, rather than DRS activation, you can activate a boost, which is basically a overtake plus boost, whatever you want to call it. That drains the battery faster. It does give the car a noticeable boost in power, but it also drains the battery a lot faster. Now, DRS, I don't think you no longer have to be within 1 second of the car in front of you in the DRS zones. It's just you can use it once you get into the zones. It doesn't matter whether a car's in front of you or not. So it's the boost, like the overtake boost, that you have to be within 1 second. So it seems that the new strategy that works for everybody is to lift and coast. Now, instead of cars slamming on the brakes at the last second, they're coasting before they get to the brake marker, and then they apply the brakes. Some people may not like that, but I find the cars easier to drive like that. They steer better versus slamming on the brakes at the last second, risking a lockup or sliding off the track. When you lift before you get to your marker, I find that the car turns easier, it rotates easier. So I guess I don't mind it. But because other cars are constantly using their battery deployment and DRS and stuff like that, you're constantly working the buttons on the steering wheel. Do I have my McLaren wheel in front of me? I'll get it in a moment. But I guess let's put around the track, and I guess I'll talk a little bit as I go. Unfortunately, I had to use the Oculus mirror again, as the monitor output of this game gives off a very stretched screen. It's stretched horizontally, and in the past a lot of people have not liked that. So in order for me to get a perfectly square picture, I have to use the Oculus mirror. That means when I'm navigating through the menus, you'll see the menu moving around, which that's the trade-off of using the mirror. So I hope I remember to turn on the base shakers. Oh shit. Shit!
So sorry, guys.
Guess we'll do that one over.
Radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Now, looking at this in VR, you know, a lot of times you guys hear me talk about the visuals in VR so much. And just about every racing game that I play in VR, I pretty much say, hey, if it wasn't for this, this, and this game could possibly be the best looking game in VR. I'd say that about this game. It would be the best looking game in VR if it weren't for the soft edges. Just like everything else you would see in VR, inside the cockpit of this car, the picture is sharp, very detailed. The wheel, I can read all the buttons on the wheel, but the distance is soft. And hell, with the brake markers, a lot of times the numbers don't come into view until I'm right on top of it. So, but the details are there. I mean, the graphics are definitely there. It's just got the soft, it's just got the soft background. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this again. I got touched by another car.
Okay, so overtake mode active. We'll get some extra power from the hybrid system now. Use boost on the next long straight to get past. Okay, so you got overtake now, overtake enabled. With the new power units this year, you'll want to lift and coast more than you might have done before. And sometimes the fastest way around a track is not always going full throttle. Combine lift and coast into braking with boosting out of corners and see how you get on. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push.
Oh shit.
At Kwaski9.
Okay,
Set.
final lap. Let's go.
What's good,
Final
Link?
lap.
Hey, Kwaski, how you doing?
Okay, so that's boost mode available if you need it.
Box and slap. Oof. Box and slap. Oh, it's not working. Full race update. Yeah, the mic's not working. Oh well.
At Kwaski9. Said. Good brother. Tuning in to watch this F126. I picked it up earlier this week and haven't had a chance to check it out yet.
You know, the thing about this F126 game, the feelings about this year game are about as mixed as the real life F126.
Getting it higher. Car was really hard to drive today. Let's keep fighting.
Here, give me a second.
Isaac Hadger takes the checkered flag.
Isaac Hadger?
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
Excuse me. We'll go look for a multiplayer race here in a
It's
second.
what every driver imagines when they start out on their long road towards Formula One. And for a lucky three today, here's the podium waiting for them. And you've got to hand it to Isaac Hadger, head and shoulders above the rest today, and victory with another impressive performance.
All right.
It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action.
Okay, so what I'm finding out is that there's mixed opinions about this year's Formula One in real life and this year's F126 game. And so there are some people who do not like these new rules and battery
At
deployment.
Kwaski9. Said. Yet I am one that I am looking forward to the new challenge of the regulations. I am one who loves the F1 games for what they are on the single player side.
Well, I'll tell you
At
this.
RSR Pocahontas Pink. Said. Hey Lincoln HRU.
Pocahontas, how you doing? I forgot to turn on my button box, so I can't give you the woo. So I'll just give you the double fingers, point at you. This music is gonna distract me. Hold on. I don't know why, but Monaco is a track that I have, for a lot of years, I have not liked this track because it's narrow, so the race is basically single file. And everybody pretty much just maintains their place unless you have a bad pit stop. So I don't know if they did it this year or not,
It's
but
Monte Carlo with history, glamour,
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, so I don't know if they did it this year, but I know one of the rule changes that was being talked about was having 1 or 2 mandatory pit stops at Monaco. And I think what prompted that was when Charles Leclerc won the race a couple of years ago. I guess he wasn't going full throttle because he was trying to save his tires, and because of how narrow this track was, you know you can't pass anybody. So I found it to be a very, very boring track to watch, but I guess the track's history is, I guess, why I watch it, because I guess Monaco is probably one of those tracks that's never going to leave F1 because of its history. Now, coming back to the rules and regulations and stuff, Kowalski, what I'm finding out is that DRS alone is not enough. Cars will still shoot past you, even when DRS is activated.
At 1990 said, "You loving F126 in VR?"
Well, I've been doing F1. I've been doing the F1
At
games.
Quasky 9 said, "Yeah, Monaco is all about Saturday qualifyings."
Yeah, pretty much. As far as me liking F126, in terms of actually playing the game, I've been doing it since F122, because I believe F1 or F122, yeah, I think that was the first year that they gave it VR support. So that's how long I've been playing the F1 games. So as far as playing it in VR, yeah, I absolutely love it. I always have. This year's a little bit different because of your strategy in terms of the battery deployment and the DRS and stuff. As I was just explaining to Kowalski, deploying DRS isn't enough. You still have to use like the overtake boost. So it's like what I'm finding out is the car runs on the battery just as much as it runs on the ICE. But like you have the overtake button.
At Quasky 9 said, "I miss you and Ham VR on the Coupe career."
Yeah, Ham, he's really been busy. I mean, like now I could easily go 2 months without talking to him because he's busy. But if I send him a message or something like that, he'll get back to me when he can. But yeah, I definitely miss that. The bad part about when me and Ham did that co-op thing is that I was terrible at the time. I was absolute trash at this game. One of the reasons why is because I still carried a GT3 mentality into this game. I'm finding out that dive bombing is just part of Formula One, real life Formula One, or whether it's this game. So crying about dive bombing and shit like that, like you would with GT3, is not going to fly with this game, and it's not going to fly in real life. It's just part of this game. It's part of real life. It was something else I was going to add. But yeah, I think I was just finishing up saying that DRS isn't enough. Oh, it was about the boost. The car runs on the battery anyway. Then you have, I think, like your overtake, which drains the battery even faster. And then I'm not sure, but there might be an added boost on top of that. Once you do a full lap and you're within a second of the car in front of you, then I think that boost might kick in automatically, because once you use that boost and you're within a second of a car and you flip that switch, you notice the pickup with the car. You see the acceleration, but you also see how fast the battery drains too. So there is a lot of like working the buttons with these new rules and regulations, because since I'm wearing VR, a VR headset, I can't see all the buttons on my wheel. So the wheel has 2 toggle switches. So when I want to use the DRS, I just flick that toggle switch, and then it cuts off. It closes automatically once you're out the zone. And then the other toggle switch I use for the overtake, I flick it, to activate it, and then flick it again to deactivate it. So All right, let's do a few laps on this historic track. Yeah, I think it's a fun track when you're trying to set a hot lap, but as far as actual race goes, you just single file.
At Errant 1990 said, where would you use DRS and the overboost?
Well, the DRS, you'll hear the beep. Oh, shit!
Mind that front wing, it's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage.
I'm going to start this race over, but I'll show you where the DRS zones
Okay,
are.
a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
Oh, you know what? We're at Monaco. I think Monaco might be one of the tracks where there is no DRS.
Available on the MFD.
I have to check. So I'll just do a putt-putt lap around here. But I think Monaco, I think there is no DRS at Monaco. But as far as the other tracks goes, when you enter the DRS zone, you'll hear the beep. So it's like the minute you hear that beep, be ready. In my case, I gotta flick the toggle switch immediately. Yeah, like I said, if this...
At Kwaski9 said, in real life there is no straight mode at Monaco. Maybe the same in the game.
I think it is. That's why I'm doing a lap. Because if there were DRS zones at Monaco, you would hear the beep every time you go into the zones. Yeah, I've done a full lap and haven't heard anything. So no, there's no DRS at Monaco. So just for nostalgia purposes, just for historic purposes, we'll do a race here and then we'll move on to one of the other tracks so I can use the DRS.
Okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Damn it! I don't know if that was Hajar or that right turn. You got to be careful because if you're on the gas when you go around that corner, you're gonna lose the back end. I forgot that they're at Monaco this weekend in real life. Oh, shit. Ah, shit.
Okay, so with the new power units, make sure you're lifting and coasting before corners, and consider not always going full throttle. Try combining lift and coast into
Oh shit, that's gonna be a
braking with
penalty.
boost out of corners, and see if you can find a good balance.
Yeah, that was a penalty.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done. Final lap, push, push.
Ooh, that's gonna be another penalty right there. I'll tell you what about driving these cars
Race over.
in
Take care
VR.
of the car on the way in.
When you get used to it and you actually get good at it, you start to wonder if you can drive a F1 car in real life.
Take a bow. What a performance. What a win.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
I'll do a race where I can demonstrate. I'll do another race where I can use DRS. And if you're on a track that's got a lot of curves, trying to work the DRS and trying to work the boost.
Who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Look at, they got Kimi Antonelli already got him updated. So yeah, even though I sucked, that Monaco track, like I said, as far as like a hot lap or something, it's a fun track. I think in the race itself, I think it's a dangerous track. Yeah, we can do this track because this track has a couple of turns that will surprise you. Let's go Cadillac this time. Yeah, Cadillac. But there's Audi. And I guess they're using a yellow livery, a yellow and gray livery, I guess to commemorate their 1000th Formula race. Yeah, we'll be Checo. So I'll get my doors blown off because they're not doing so hot anyway. But I guess it's to be expected of a first-year team. But I was hoping that Sergio's skill will be enough to overcome them having
Welcome back to the Circuit Gilles
a weaker
Villeneuve,
car.
where Stroll, Latifi and Villeneuve, both Jacques and Gilles, are the 4 Canadian point scorers in the past. Who's going to come out on top today at this favourite of the F1 calendar? It's the Canadian Grand Prix.
Excuse me.
We'll be seeing top speeds of around 210 miles per hour here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 2/3 of the lap taken at full throttle. High-speed chicanes spell potential danger, especially at the infamous Wall of Champions, and watch out for overtaking into the hairpin and that final chicane. So with the race not far away from starting...
Yeah, this is one of those tracks where
Okay, radio check, radio check.
you're on the straight and then you suddenly have to slam on the brakes. All right, we're in the Cadillac. They already disrespected me. Let's restart that. And I lost my mouse.
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
And I got a little bit of jank too. You know what? Let me check my graphics. It should make it run a little bit better. Yeah, that's much, much smoother. Oh, Christ.
Okay, so overtake is active. Overtake mode active. You're going to get more power from the hybrid system. You know how it works. Just use boost on the next long straight to get your way past.
At Quaski9 said, hell of a save.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so you've got overtake now. Overtake enabled. Okay, so managing the engine's more important than ever. Your main way to recharge will be lifting and coasting, and you don't always need to go full throttle. Try some lift and coast before braking, then use boost on corner exit to get that extra energy deployment.
Almost ran into my teammate. Oh shit, he's coming up on me.
Atpin like Cameron 5735. Said. Too busy looking behind you, no wonder you're slow.
Oh, I was always slow.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Okay, mate, boost mode if you need it. Boost mode if you need it.
Ah! I thought I hit the wall hard enough that the car was going to be destroyed. Hey, completed.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Completed 25 races.
What a weekend, guys. Sorry. It was
Yeah.
all my fault.
The mirror thing, hey, it is what it is. I mean, because the cars dive bomb on you. The AI and real people dive bomb on you. So yeah, I'm always checking my mirrors.
Checkered flag and wins.
There was never a moment of doubt today. You could tell that they completely had it under control, and that is a sign of greatness.
All right, I think we can see if we can find a open lobby.
Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula.
So yeah, to put the icing on that cake, even if I didn't check my mirrors, I still would have been slow. I mean, it's I got GT3 on the brain. All right. So, oh, they got 18 in there. Oh shit, this is a 20-lap race at Monaco. There's 5 people in there. Well, let's see if we can get in there. Let's see if it'll let me quali. Yeah, I think I'm too late. It won't even let me select a car. I think I'm too late. Yep, I'm too late. I'm out of the session because my car is damaged. Oh, and it won't let me pause out of it either. Yeah, I'm gonna have to close the game and start over because I'm stuck. It won't let me out. All right, let's try this again. Steam mode. Oh, by the way, folks, I don't think I mentioned it. I think I meant to mention it. I meant to mention it earlier this week, but I don't think I got a chance. I have 2 keys for Project Motor Racing. It's the Giants software key, and I think I'm going to add a 3rd one with it, and I plan to give them away tomorrow.
Sports. It's in the game.
So if you don't have Project Motor Racing and you've been curious about it, then tune into my stream tomorrow, and I'll give away at least 2 keys, possibly 3. So I think so far, I think I've given away 11 keys.
Yeah, great work yourself, Lewis. Mercedes, world champions. Yeah, not bad for no one.
On my thumbnail, I got Colapinto and Bottas wearing VR headsets and Hamilton carrying one in place of his helmet. I could try the ranked multiplayer. Let's see what we got. Bahrain, Monaco, Las Vegas. I hope it's not Las Vegas because I do not know that track. Beautiful racing through the streets of Las Vegas, but I do not know that track. Something's pinching me on here. What the hell's going on? Damn it. Shouldn't be taking this long. I have to close it again.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
communicating with online services. And it looks like there's an issue with their servers. I know I don't have an issue with my cable bill. I paid it on my internet bill. All right, then let's go to a track that I know. Let's go to a track that I know so I can be a little more aggressive. I know that track well enough that I could be aggressive. That one a little bit. I know that track well enough to be aggressive, but yeah. Hungaroring, I haven't done this track in ages. Equal performance off, so car will be reflective of the team chosen. So yeah, I got to use one of the top tier cars.
And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
All right, let's go. Ooh. Damn.
Okay, so overtake is active. Overtake mode active. You're going to get more power from the hybrid system. You know how it works. Just use boost on the next long straight to get your way past. Okay, so you've got overtake now, overtake enabled. Okay, so with the new power units, make sure you're lifting and coasting before corners, and consider not always going full throttle. Try combining lift and coast into braking with boost out of corners and see if you can find a good balance.
Whoa!
Okay, so remember, when you get within a second, you'll get access to extra power from the hybrid system in overtake mode. Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
All right, let's get.
Okay, so overtake mode active. We'll get some extra power from the hybrid system now. Use boost on the next long straight to get past. Okay, so with the new power units, make sure you're lifting and coasting before corners, and consider not always going full throttle. Try combining lift and coast into braking with boost out of corners and see if you can find a good balance. Okay mate, so just a quick reminder, you'll get access to the extra power when you're within a second of the car ahead with overtake mode. You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 a lap. Okay, so that's boost mode available if you need it. Good job, nice overtake. You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. Okay mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Your pulling out a second a lap on the car behind. Really good stuff.
All right.
Yes, and that's a podium. Excellent drive. The whole team have worked especially hard this weekend, and that, my friend, is a fantastic reward. Well done.
I can be aggressive when I have to.
Apologies for that mistake earlier on. But we live.
Here's the checkered flag. Here's our winner. By George, he's done it. Russell wins.
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
All right, let's go. Oh, I had the fastest lap?
It's been an absolutely
No, I
wild
didn't.
weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
But I was only 2/10 off the fastest lap. Okay. Here's another track I know pretty well that I can be aggressive. Oh, fuck.
Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen.
It's
Welcome
raining.
along to your Grand Prix action this weekend. It's taking place at a brand new venue. Well, it's not a brand new venue. It's a familiar track that we all know and love.
So much for
Grand
being
Prix, though,
aggressive.
has changed. And
All right, let's have a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Now with the water dripping down the guard, it really does feel like I'm wearing a helmet now. I noticed there's no spray coming from the tires. I don't know if that's because I got it on medium settings or that's just something they turned off because I'm in VR. They got DRS in this race? I thought DRS was deactivated during wet races. DRS is active, but the boost isn't.
With the new power units this year, you'll want to lift and coast more than you might have done before. And sometimes the fastest way around a track is not always going full throttle. Combine lift and coast into braking with boosting out of corners and see how you get on.
Shit.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 5.7 seconds. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap. You've lost some time to the car behind.
Yeah, let's get that one over with.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Sorry to lose you guys those points.
See, there's the spray coming from the tires now.
And here he comes. It's all go, go, go for Lando Norris as he takes the checkered flag and wins. It's after an event like that, who knows?
Yeah, let's move past that one. Spa, please don't be wet.
Nestled.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Oh, you can hear the battery. You can hear the car dying out when the battery drained.
Okay, so managing the engine's more important than ever. Your main way to recharge will be lifting and coasting, and you don't always need to go full throttle. Try some lift and coast before braking, then use boost on corner exit to get that extra energy deployment. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race.
At Hole in Dan Sock said, "Hello my friends."
Dan Sock, how's it going?
Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
At Hole in Dan Suck said, "Who the heck made the negative comment? Haha, what a depressed person."
Oh, you gonna have that.
At Hole in Dan Suck said, "Haha."
All right. Hey, I won my first race.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
Great job, guys. This goes to everyone back in the team, the factories. Thank you so much for continuing to push this year. I'm so inspired.
And as we've said so many times in the past, the checkered flag is out.
There's a long way
for
to go,
our
but let's
winner,
keep pushing, guys.
Lewis Hamilton.
Thank you.
They led from lights out to the flag
At
at
Hole
the
in
end,
Dan Suck
and their race victory
said,
was never in doubt, was it?
"Yes, sir."
Brilliant stuff by them.
I'm racing against the AI, so the back half of the pack is slow.
From lights out to the checkered flag, this is what they're racing for. It's points and a trip to the podium. It's a familiar sight in Formula One, and here it is once again. Lewis Hamilton with the trophy held high, celebrating a masterful victory.
All right, I had to see that celebration.
Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One
shit.
action very soon.
I was a full second slower than Lando. Round 4 or 5.
Thanks in no small part to the popularity of Max Verstappen, the Netherlands
Hole
is
in Dan
back on
Suck
the F1 calendar.
said,
So welcome to the boisterous
"You doing ranked in this
atmosphere of
tonight?"
Zandvoort
I tried
for
to,
the
but
Dutch
it was
Grand Prix.
stuck. There was a issue
4
trying to
lefts
connect
and
with the
10
servers.
rights make up the 14 corners of the narrow and demanding Zand.
I could try again after this race.
And along
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
All right. Let's go.
Overtake mode active. Overtake active. You've got more power now from the hybrid system. Use boost on the next long straight to get past. Okay,
At hole
overtake
and dance
enabled,
sock.
overtake enabled.
Sir, you watching the NBA finals, my friend?
No, because the Pistons got put out.
At hole in dance sock. Sir, I understand.
Okay, mate, boost mode if you need it. Boost mode if you need it. Okay, good work. Great pass. Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
good, bro. So much. You guys, so much. Just keep pushing. There's a lot of work to do.
And extending his already record-breaking winning record, it's Lewis Hamilton to the line for victory.
Well, that's 2 race wins in a row for them. I think they'll be really happy with that. I mean, 1 race win is great, but to have 2, you know that you've got it. You're a little bit more comfortable in your skin. This is a great sign of maybe what's to come next.
All right.
And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport.
All right, let's do this. We'll go ahead and do this last race. Then we'll go look for an open lobby. Oh, it's raining again.
Only a handful of tracks inspire as much adoration and nostalgia in the hearts
I'm
of
going to
F1
sit this one
fans
out. Let's
as
go see
this
if we can
one.
find an open
This
lobby.
historic circuit awaits you. Welcome to Monza for the Italian Grand Prix.
This is my second favorite track behind Circuit della Sarthe.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
And that shit is coming down kind of hard, too. Five laps. Damn, they got 30 minutes of practice though. 18 minutes quali. He's got AI in here. And I don't know. I didn't know the track that well on top of that. No, Madrid, I absolutely do not know that track. Nor do I know Singapore. So he's got pretty good ping though. Rookie lobby. Imola, damn, that's full. So no, it's not full. It's only one person in there. License ain't probably not high enough. And so I think they're on their last lap. So I can, if that's the case, I'll go ahead and wait this one out. This is equal performance. So naturally, somebody's probably already got Ferrari, so I'll take Cadillac.
We have to remember these days.
All right, yep, we caught him just in time. Yep, and as you would expect, the Ferraris are taking up. All right. Wait a minute, I see somebody using a Kick Sauber car. Isn't that, that should be an Audi. If Cadillac isn't available, because I guess I'm trying to say that I'm wondering if this race is, if this session is still based on 2025. Yeah. Yeah, no Cadillac here. Five. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Xbox people in here. 1, 2, 3, 4 PlayStations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Steams. And I think I saw 1 EA, which is PC also, with meaning they bought it from the EA app. Woo, excuse me. didn't even pay attention to see what track we're at. Ugh. Oh my Christ. Come on! Jesus!
All right, let's focus now for the rest of the race. We can now use DRS. DRS now available. Okay, clear. Yellow flag. Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Damn it.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 13.2 seconds. Caution, caution. Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Green flag.
We have to remember these days, there's no guarantee they're going to last forever. Enjoy them as long as they last. I love you guys.
These dudes are horrific. Absolutely terrible. Give it another go. Damn, I was way off the fastest lap. Oof. Oh, I do not know this track that well.
Monica. Oh,
Oh, shit. Shit.
Also like that.
Oh, excuse me. I said I do not know this track at all. See those 3D NPCs up in the stands makes this environment look alive. Oh my God. Ah. Yeah. 18 minutes of quali. That's an 18 lap race. And my legs getting sore on me anyway. All right, I think I'm gonna hang it up right there. I'm a little bit hungry. I will be back tomorrow. It's 9:35 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I will either stream AC EVO because they just had an update, gave us 4 more cars. Mainly jump into Audi R8 GT3 EVO. Check that out. Or I will stream some more Project Motor Racing in VR. But if I do the Project Motor Racing in VR, it'll definitely be all single-player races because there's something about the online that makes the performance go in the tank a lot sooner. When I do single-player races, sometimes the performance is stable enough that I can do a 5 or 10 lap race, but something about online, I don't last 5 laps before the performance goes in the tank. So, but yeah, that's what we're looking at. So I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat, kick up my feet, watch some YouTube, and we'll see you all tomorrow. I guess until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and deuces. Have a good one, everybody. We will see you soon.